front end is what a business owner or a merchant would use mostly to manage their orders. Back end is something which they will use to manage their catalog. If they wanted to update the catalog on Swiggy and Zomato, if they wanted to remove some items, if they wanted to add new items or change the pricing of the stuff, they have to do that from the back end portal. Back end portal has few more options like reporting system. If they wanted to download the report of their business, how the business is going, what is their sales, which item is doing the most sales, so they can download the reports as well. Back end system has much more functionalities, right? So to begin with, we'll start with the front end system. What merchant will be using to manage the orders, what all the features in the front end system provide. So I'll tell you the name also. The front end system is referred as Prime, right? And the back end system is referred as Atlas. So Atlas is the back end and Prime is the front end. Front end is just where the restaurant owners or the managers or the operators will be using the front end system. Back end usually is managed by the admin or the higher management of the restaurant chain. So it's the enterprise. So Prime open so this is Atlas, this is the back end system. He'll open one more portal which is the front end, which is Prime.
Anyone has different functions.
Sorry?
Anyone has different functions.
From Atlas, I'll explain you again. So
प्राइम पोस्ट तो मुझे लगी रहा मेरा डिटेल में देखो क्योंकि वहाँ प्राइम सिटी होगा प्राइम पोस्ट को भी
प्राइम सिटी होगा
वहाँ सिटी नहीं होगा मतलब सिटी होगा
प्राइम सिटी नहीं चलेगा कोई ना प्राइम पोर्टल नहीं ये टेस्ट पोर्टल है ना
मैं लाइव टेस्ट खोल लूँ बेसिकली यूएई का खोल के दिखाया था
लाइव पोर्टल है ना ठीक है लाइव बीकानेर वाला खोल दो ना बीकानेर वाला बोल रहा है
बंद हो गया बीकानेर वाला
नहीं बीकानेर वाला यूएई करके होगा यूएई का
यूएई तो खोला है मैंने भाई
So this is one of our clients, Bikaner wala hai. I hope you have tried heard the name. Bikaner wala.
Not Wala, but yeah,
Bikaner Namkeen, Bikaner wala. This is all money, right? So
they have most of the branches in Bhopal also.
they have franchising in Bhopal. They have all over India. So
2 मिनट आप
तो बात करते हैं. And if you want, you can come closer to the screen. So you So this is how a front end system would look like. The restaurant owners or the restaurant managers would be using this thing, right? So what is this? So we have first option here is online order tracker. So here you will see all the orders from different aggregators relaying, right? So these are the new orders that have just landed, right? So this is from a different aggregator. You can see the location name, on which location this order has been placed, the time of the order, at what time this is placed, delivery type. So a restaurant can have two types of delivery type, either it's partner or either it's self-delivery. Partner means the aggregator from which the order is placed, they will be delivering the order. And self-delivery means that the restaurant will deliver the order by their own delivery partner. Cool. Then we have total. This is the amount. This is in AED as it's an UAE order. So AED is the dirham, is the currency there. So this is in dirhams, right? Now, once the order is landed, the merchant has the option to acknowledge the order. By acknowledging, we means okay, we have received the order and we acknowledge this order. We will be providing this order as we have all these details. And here is the order details. If I click on this order, I can see the order details. What are the items inside this order? Like this order has pani puri, dahi puri, and pani puri. There's a quantity. They have 3 pani puri, 2 dahi puri, 2 pani puri golgappa, and prices of each product. Then we have details here. If you wanted to see the orders in details, these are the details. This is the subtotal. Then taxes has been applied. Zero taxes is there in UAE, and the delivery charge also has been applied. They are charging zero as a delivery charge. If someone is charging 30 rupees, 40 rupees, that will be shown here, and this is the total after adding taxes and charges. This is the total which the customer has to pay, right? This is the order details. If we go into the basic information page, this is the basic information page of this order. So you can see what is the status of this order right now. This order is placed right now. This is not accepted. If it is accepted,
What do you mean place? It means it reverse the order. You don't accept the order.
if any order came and I can see this order, I can see, okay, pani puri, I don't have pani puri available with me, right? So I will not be accepting this order, right? If I accept this order, I would to provide. So I can cancel this order. When I cancel the order, I will get the option, why am I cancelling this order? Is my restaurant closed? Do I have any bandwidth crunch? If the restaurant has rush inside, or I don't have item available, so I can choose whatever option I like and I can place it. Either I can acknowledge the order, means accept the order, or I can decline the order. Okay, I don't want that order.
It means place. If I decline order, it means
Rejected. It means cancelled or rejected if you decline it. Order placed is means that the order is placed by the aggregator. Means suppose Zomato has given me an order. That order has been placed. Now it's my duty, it's my choice. Either I should accept that order or I should decline that order. If I accept that order, it means I am acknowledging that order, and those order will come once this is a new order, right? So I have an option to acknowledge or cancel the order, right? So if I acknowledge the order, it means I have accepted this order. Then
I
this
have to provide this order.
obviously, if I accept it, I have to provide.
Whenever I have any problem, so I cancel the order.
If you have any problem or something like that, it depends on the merchant if he wants to accept or not accept the order. That is the merchant concern. This is not our concern.
Not
right?
happens, right?
Yeah.
So what is the steps after you accept the
Yeah,
order?
so we are moving to the steps only. So the order is placed, it will come into the new section. Once I have accepted the order, it will go into in progress section. In progress means, okay, I have accepted this order, now I have guided my kitchen staff and they are preparing this order right now. Once this order is in progress state, I can see the location as well, for which location this order is placed, time and the time left. This is the food preparation time. So I have given a time, okay, I would take around 45 minutes to prepare an order, right? So this time will start here. Okay, you have 40 minutes left to prepare this order. This is just for the merchant's information. Okay, I have 40 minutes left, I have 30 minutes left. If this time is met, they will have a good rating on the aggregator platform, be it Swiggy, Zomato or any. If they have the good rating, they will get more orders and their business will boost up. So everyone tries to. Yeah.
What the benefit that I will get from all this information? That because when I have connected with the customer or what?
So this is right now we are not discussing the issues. What issues you will be facing? I am just giving you a brief of the entire product, right? So let's understand the product first. What all the options are there? Then we will go into issues. Okay, this is the issue. Then what information would you need from the merchant to debug this issue, right? So once the order is placed, if we accept the order will go into in progress state. It means I have accepted the order and the kitchen is preparing that order. I can see the details, how much time is left, who will be delivering this order, and the rider status. Rider status means if the aggregator has assigned any rider for this order or not. So if I see in this order, the rider is assigned. Some delivery partner has been assigned for this order. For this order as well, I can see rider is assigned and ET is also given, which is 5 minutes. So this means within 5 minutes, the rider will be reaching the restaurant to pick up the order, right? After in progress, okay, suppose this order
Unsigned, it means he didn't receive the order.
unassigned means the aggregator hasn't assigned any delivery partner yet, but they will assign a delivery partner soon. Once the delivery partner is assigned, you will see this status assigned, right? Until unassigned, it means the delivery partner, which is Zomato, Swiggy or any aggregator, has not assigned any delivery partner from their end yet. Cool. So once the order is in progress state, suppose this order was in progress state. This is only one item. This is prepared. So what I'll do, I'll mark this food as ready. So once I mark this food as ready, the order will fall into awaiting pickup. Awaiting pickup means that okay, my work is done. I have prepared the food. The food is waiting. Now I'm waiting for the delivery partner to come to the restaurant to pick up the order and deliver it to the customer. Right. So this is in the awaiting pickup. In awaiting pickup, you can also see the details. Right. The rider is assigned or not. For this order, we have prepared this order, Bikaner wala, but still the aggregator is searching for any rider nearby to assign that order. Once this is assigned, then the rider will reach the restaurant. Once rider has reached the restaurant, you can see there is an option called dispatch, but this is grayed out because I don't have any option to mark it as dispatch. The rider will reach the restaurant, he will pick up the order and he will mark the order as picked up on his app or on his device which the aggregator has given him. Once he has marked the order as picked up, this order will fall into the dispatch state. Dispatch state means the restaurant work is done, they have provided the order to the delivery partner. Now the delivery partner will go and deliver the order to the customer, right? And once the delivery partner has reached the customer and he has delivered the order successfully, this order will fall into this completed state. I can see these orders are completed. Total paid completed orders. And if by any reason the order is cancelled between these stages, either in new, in progress, awaiting pickup, dispatch, for by any reason, those orders will be shown in the cancelled state, right? These are the orders which are cancelled. If I wanted to see the details of any cancelled order, I can just click on that and click on the details of the order like we did for the previous order. I can see the details. The status is cancelled right now. This is the Urban Piper order ID. This is reference ID. From which platform we have got this order? Talabat is the platform. Talabat is a delivery partner which is based out of UAE. Right, fulfillment mode is delivery. So we have two kind of order, delivery and pickup. So you will be mostly handling with the delivery, okay? And then on which location, because Bikaner, as you said, they have many branches, right? So if I am seeing an order, how would I recognize that this order is from the MP Nagar or this order is from the Narela? So here will I get the location exactly from which location this order has been placed. Then this platform details, which platform, and every platform has their own unique order ID. This is the platform order ID, this is the Urban Piper order ID, this is our internal order ID for this order, and this is the platform order ID. The Talabat has assigned an order ID for this, right? And then the delivery details. Right now the delivery partner is unassigned for this order, that's why we are not able to see the delivery details. Otherwise we have delivery partner name, what is the status of the delivery, and what is the phone number, and what is the mode of transport. Okay? We can see the delivery agent details, and then there is customer details. Here we can see the customer details as well, right? Most of the aggregators.
अमान भाई एक काम करना, आप कुछ मॉड्यूल्स पकड़ लो, 2-3 और 2-3 मुझे बताओ, तो मैं उसका मॉड्यूल मैं कवर करवा दूँगा।
अभी मैं इनको ये बता देता हूँ, प्राइम पूरा,
प्राइम बता रहा हूँ, सेटलेट
प्राइम थिन पूरा बता रहा हूँ। फिर एटलस के 2-3 कवर कर ले तुम, जो तुम्हें सही लगे मॉड्यूल्स। कैटलॉग मत करना, बड़े जो मॉड्यूल्स है ना वो मत करना कवर, क्योंकि उसके लिए अपन को टाइम चाहिए रहेगा, तो वो कल करेंगे, है ना। जो छोटे छोटे मॉड्यूल्स हैं ना एटलस के, जो जिनके केस ज़्यादा होते हैं, हाँ छोटे मोटे, वो सब कवर कर लेना। ऊपर से ऑर्डर सेक्शन कवर कर लेना, कि जो मतलब यहाँ पे नहीं दिखता ना, अप स्ट्रीम डाउन स्ट्रीम, वो जो एटलस में दिखता है वो ऑर्डर्स का, ठीक है। So then there's customer details. Here we can see the customer's details, right? But you have to note this thing: every aggregator does not share the customer details due to privacy concerns, right? Why would I share the details of my customer to you? If you have a restaurant and I'll directly give you the contact details of the customer, you'll directly call the customer. Why you are paying the commission to the Zomato or whatever? You can directly call me and deliver the order. So some of them share these details, some of them doesn't share these details, right? But for self-delivery orders, they will always share the address, because if I am delivering the order by myself as a restaurant owner, I should have the restaurant customer's address and contact number to deliver the order. Unless the aggregator doesn't share those details.
Can you check that it is a cash on delivery prepared?
Yeah, you can see that as well. If I go to the, you can see the this is cancelled order, so that's why I'm not able to see. If I go to this, you can see this is paid here, right? If I go here, I go to the payment mode, I can see the payment mode. Here you will see payment gateway means UPI, right? If it's a cash on delivery order, here you can see cash on delivery written here or COD written here. So you'll get to know is it a COD order or a cash on delivery order. If you go to the order basic information page of any order, you will find most of the details, right? Inside here only the customer details, delivery agent details, platform details, and the order info. Order details me you will get subtotal, taxes if any, charges if any, and total of order, and then there is order status timeline. So if you go to the order status timeline, what you can see, you just a second, sorry. So you can see when this order was placed, right? First of all, it was placed at 6:57 on 3rd December, right? Then the order was acknowledged. When what you acknowledged at 6:57 only, they have acknowledged the order. Who has acknowledged the order? We can see updated by manager-JLT. From this access, this order has been acknowledged. So if any merchant comes, okay, I wanted this order is cancelled, I haven't cancelled this order, let me know who cancelled this order. So you can just come here and inform him, okay sir, from this user access, this order has been cancelled. If you wanted to see by yourself, I'll guide you the step. Going forward, you can also see by yourself who has cancelled this order, right? So at 6:57, this order was acknowledged. Then at food ready was marked at 7:07 after 10 minutes, I believe. And after 10 minutes of food ready, the order was completed. Any questions? So you can see the order status timeline of any order. If I wanted to see the cancelled order status, I can go to the details, basic information, order status timeline, right? So now this order was placed at 1:06 a.m. It was acknowledged at the same time. Then food ready was marked at 1:20 after 14-15 minutes. Then the order was cancelled. You can also see the reasons for cancellation, but they have not specified the reason for this cancellation, so that's why it's written as unspecified. Otherwise, you can see the reasons as well. If I see any orders, any reason is given, okay. So you can see the reason: courier unreachable. So delivery partner might have got into an accident or something, whatever, the food might have spilled or anything can happen. So because the food is marked ready and it was dispatched. After dispatch, it was cancelled. It means that it was cancelled by the aggregator, right? Because before dispatch, if the order is cancelled, it means the restaurant has cancelled the order because the unavailability of the items or rush at the restaurant, or there can be any number of reasons.
Anyone has an excuse,
Anyone has an excuse? It's
from the delivery guy or to the restaurant.
It's not an excuse if you say so, because circumstances. If I am running a business, I will not make an excuse, right? I don't want to deliver this order. I want to make money, so I will try my best to deliver this order because I am getting money from it. But due to circumstances, the item is not available, or my restaurant is going to shut down, or there's a rush at the restaurant that I cannot prepare this order right now. So that's why that is the major reason that I might need to cancel the order. After dispatch, after the pickup of the order, anything can happen with the delivery partner as well, because he is riding with the bike, right? The police can stop him, or he can meet with an accident, or the food might get spilled because of the bad packaging, so he cannot deliver the unspilled food to the customer, right? So there can be a number of reasons that the order can be cancelled by the delivery partner, right? So nobody cancels the order deliberately, but yeah, due to circumstances or the position, the order might get cancelled.
It's called cancel. They don't acknowledge the order.
In this situation,
If they don't want to cancel the order, they can just don't acknowledge the order. They cancel the order, right?
Sir, by the accidental,
One by one. You go ahead first.
Yes, we have to know all this process because, like right now, we have to know all the process from taking the order from the place and all this stuff. Like the main reason, what should I do over here in this stage exactly?
So that's what's your name?
My name is Bashir, but yeah, I know
Bashir.
I'm get confused.
Yeah, no worries, Bashir. Don't need to get confused. So I'm not.
Yeah, I know to explain to me the stage.
I'm just explaining you the whole software. What all features.
But I don't have
are
any task over here.
Right now, you just have to understand what is the feature, where all the information are. If I wanted to see, suppose a customer came and told you my order is cancelled, I wanted to know why it is cancelled or by whom it is cancelled. I told you, then you will get to know, okay, I have to go to the cancelled order, I have to go to the details, and I have to go to the basic information page, and then I can see the details. I can inform the same to the customer, and I'll also let him know that this is the steps to check the cancellation, reason for cancellation. Going forward, you can also go by yourself and check for any order.
So why the food is late? Why it's cancelled? Why it's happening? I
The
have to ask
concerns-
for all. I have to answer for all these questions. That's right.
So suppose I'll give you an example. You are a customer, I'm an agent for Uber Piper. You came here and told me that your order was cancelled, and you wanted to know the reason. So what should I be asking you? First of all, I'll ask your business ID. Sir, what is the name of your business, or what is the name of business ID of your account? So I can log into your portal, right? Once I have logged into your portal, then what will I ask? Okay, sir. From which do you have the order ID of the order? From you are saying the order is cancelled. Which order is cancelled? Can you please provide me the order ID? But when he has provided me the order ID, I can just search the order ID here, and the order will pop up here. The order will pop up, then I can go ahead and go inside the order, and I can check the details what has happened to this order, right? So for this particular concern, I need business ID, I need order ID. That's it. Depending on the various concern, I can need various details. Okay, so one more question I can ask here. Okay, for which location this order was placed? Tell me the location name. From which platform this order was placed? Tell me the platform name. But I don't need this information because I can just search with the order ID, right? If any merchant came, my store is turned off. I wanted to know the reason why it is turned off. So what will you ask? You will ask, sir, provide me your business ID. Provide me the location name, on which location you are facing this issue. Provide me with the location name. Provide me with the platform, on which platform you are facing this issue. When you take these details, then you will only be able to debug this issue. So depending on the concerns, you can find different details which you need from the customers, merchants. The things which would be common would be business ID. Business ID is a mandatory. Whenever a merchant is, ask him your business ID and business name, so I can log into your account and check what is going on what side.
So after there is some information that he can see, I am only the one can see it from his ID. His ID. That's right.
They can see.
Like he asked you a few questions about the ID, like about the order or about.
He can also see the same information, but he is not aware that how he can where this information is available on this Prime Guide, right? So you are the helping hand. You will inside. Okay, sir, you have to go to the order. You have to go to the details. Then you have to go to the order status timeline, and here you can see this information. He will also have the same access which you have, right? He is just not aware where he has to find the thing, and you have to help him with that, right?
Sir, dispatch. Suppose police stopped the delivery partner, so that scenario we can say your order dispatch.
After dispatch, so this is not a concern, right?
Yes.
The delivery partner might got into an accident, the police has stopped him. It could happen with a number of reasons. The concern is we will inform the customer, okay, the Zomato has cancelled the order because the courier, we got a message the courier was unreachable. So Zomato was unable to deliver your order. We don't know the reason because Zomato doesn't share us the reason that why they are unable to deliver the order. They will just inform us that they are unable to deliver the order, they are cancelling this order. Same will inform to the merchant. If the merchant is asking why the order is cancelled, I want to know, just say, tell him, sir, we
No, I mean to say that dispatch that situation was when
हिंदी में बताओ क्या कंसर्न
मतलब ये है कि डिस्पैच उसी कंडीशन में होता है ना जब मतलब कि डिलीवरी पार्टनर मतलब कि पुलिस ने रोक लिया या कुछ भी होगा.
Dispatch is something निकलना, that's right. So if I have prepared the order at my restaurant, right, now what will I do? I have prepared the order, I have packed the order. The order is waiting at the table. What I am waiting for the delivery partner to come here and pick up the order, right? Once he has picked up the order, pick up means dispatched. The order is dispatched from my restaurant. For delivery partner, they have come to the restaurant and they have picked up the order.
Once the order is picked up, it's showing out for pickup, out for delivery.
Out for delivery, you can see that on your application Zomato and Swiggy, but we have few options here. New status when the order is placed, in progress when we accept the order, it will go into in progress. Once we have marked the order as food ready, it will go on inside awaiting pickup. It means we are waiting for the delivery partner. Once the delivery partner has picked up the order, it will move into dispatch state, and once he has delivered the order, it will go into delivery state, completed. By any chance between these 5 stages the order is cancelled, that will fall into cancel.
So may I one took photo?
You will have the access, you can take the photos, but we'll provide you the access. Cool. So this is the order stages. So we have 6 order stages: new, in progress, awaiting pickup, dispatch, completed, and cancelled. So we have 6 stages for an order, right? So
This stage in every process.
this is same for every business. Every business.
Every platform have 6 stages like this.
Every platform has 6 stages. Every business, every order will go through these stages as well. This is the standard process that everyone has to follow.
I mean, sometimes customer also reach out to us, or merchant only can reach out to us for issue.
Customer will never reach out to us because they don't know what is Urban Piper, what is this. They will the customer will reach out to the Zomato will reach out to the merchant, and merchant will reach out to us if they find there's any issue. Okay, so this is the dashboard. You can see now there's few more filters here. If you can see, so I can filter by the location. If I wanted to see the orders from this particular location, the palm, I don't want to see all orders. I can just select this location, the palm, and I'll able to see all the orders. One more thing, we have different kind of user access as well, because suppose I'm the business owner, so I will have access for all the locations. But at Barsha outlet, suppose this guy is sitting at Al Quwain outlet, suppose you are sitting at Bhopal outlet, suppose this guy is sitting. So I'll provide you the access for that particular location only. So I'll provide you the access for Bhopal location only. So you will be able to see only the orders which are placed for this particular outlet at Bhopal. You will not able to see all the orders, right? Okay. So if I select this particular location, I can see orders for this particular location only. I am not able to see the entire orders for this particular business wherever they are, right? So we can also provide location wise. If you wanted to search any order, you can just select the location as well, and you will see the location wise order. So suppose a customer came and asked you, tell me the order count, how many orders are completed today for this particular location. You can just select the location and you can see completed 53 are there. You can inform the merchant 53 orders are there. How you can check it, I'll guide you the steps. So in future you can also check it by yourself. You don't have to bother and call us. So first we have the location toggle. We can search by location or we can search by platform. If I only wanted to see the orders from Talabat, so I'll select the Talabat and I can see the orders from Talabat for all the locations, right? If I wanted to see the Talabat orders for only Al Quwais's location, so I'll select Al Quwais's location, I'll select Talabat and I can see only Talabat orders here, right? So these are the filters, and then we have order ID. If I wanted to search any order with the order ID, I can search with the order ID.
Order ID was compulsory, in every
Order ID one, there's a problem happening that
when someone complains, he gives us order ID first.
You have to ask. So depends what is the concern. If he is telling you that my outlet is getting turned off, so you don't need order ID. You need the location name, right? But if he is asking you any concerns regarding a particular order, then you will need to get the order ID from him. Right? So it depends on the concern, what is the nature of the issue, and as per the nature, you have to get the details, right? So then there's location platform. Then you can search orders by order ID, or by Urban Piper ID, or by customer mobile number, or by rider mobile number, where you will find all these details. Inside the detail section I told you go to the basic information. This is the Urban Piper ID and this is the order ID, right? So if I wanted to search this order, let's copy this order. If I wanted to search this, as this was Urban Piper ID which I copied, if I there's the paste option, it's not copy. So I searched that order and this order came, right? But I need to know, if I wanted to search the same with the order ID, then I'll have to get this particular ID. This is the order ID, this is the aggregator order ID, and this is the Urban Piper order ID which is the return run. Right. So if I search with this, can see. I have to change the filter.
First of all,
to urban
select
piper
it.
ID.
You have to select the urban piper or order ID or mobile number. WhatsApp.
You can search by the customer mobile number or by the rider mobile number as well. Right. Now, this is clear. Any doubt until this? Okay. Cool. Then we have one more thing called stock control inside this page only. What is stock control? So suppose I am running a restaurant, right? This item, Kali Raspberry, has been stocked out of my restaurant. I am not able to prepare and deliver this order. So if any order came for this particular item,
Preparing for day now. When is the particular day?
sorry.
It means you said that we have no.
So it depends on the restaurant, right? So whenever I have placed an order to the food market to get the ingredients, right? Ingredients can come in 1 hour as well. So I can turn off this item for 1 hour and then I can, once I have then I'll turn on.
Turn on.
Either I wanted to turn off this item for 3 days, right? I can just turn it off and after 3 days I'll have to go and turn it on. So there's no timeline. I can turn off and turn on any item, right?
But it also can turn and off.
So what is the need for this, which I'll tell you. So suppose the paneer, this is an item called paneer. This has been stocked out. I don't have this item, right? But if anyone has placed an order with paneer and 4 different items as well, which I have, I need to cancel the entire order because I don't have this particular item. If I acknowledge the order, then I have to provide all the items including paneer, which I can do. So what is the better option? I'll stock out this option. So at the aggregator UI only, when you are searching Swiggy and Zomato, when you will see this option, you will not be able to place an order for this option. It will show that the item is stocked out.
Stocked out.
Right? So if I stock out this option, nobody will be able to place the order for this item. So I don't have to cancel any orders. The less cancellation I have, the more growth the restaurant can have on the aggregator platform. Right? So this stock control is just to turn off or turn on any item. If I have, suppose this item Indrani chai is turned off right now, I can say, okay, I have the ingredients to prepare this item. When I have this, I can just turn it on and save changes, and this item will be shown as turned on aggregator, and the customers can place the order. Right now it's turned off, so no one can place the order for this particular item. Same goes with modifiers. So suppose
And the aggregator have to turn on, and we have the power to turn on.
we have the power, because as a restaurant owner, I know what is going on in my restaurant, what I have and what I don't have, right? So if I don't have mango rabdi cup, I'll just turn off it, and so when I turn off this item, a call will be sent to the aggregator, and the aggregator will turn off their item on their platform. So this is how it happens, right? So this is to manage your stock, entire catalog of the restaurant, what items are available, what is not, which is unavailable, I have to mark it unavailable so nobody can place the order. Same goes with modifiers, right? What is modifiers? I'll give you a brief example of the Have you ever ordered any pizza, right? When you order a pizza, suppose you are ordering a margherita pizza. When you click on order, let me show you by example only on my mobile. Do I have Zomato?
कौन बोले हम तो कॉलिंग करता है ना वो व्हाट्सएप भी करता है.
Let's open Pizza Hut.
ये बैच में कितने बैच का ऑर्डर किया है.
Cool. So these are the items, right? This is how any customer can see. If he wants to order this triple chicken feast, he will add on this item. Now when I click on add on, I have these options, right? So these are modifiers. These are called modifiers. So I have to select first that what kind of pizza base I want. I want stuffed crust or stuffed crust, thin and crispy. So you can see these are mandatory. I cannot skip this process. I have to select one of them.
Select one, yes.
So when any modifier is mandatory, it's called as variant. Right? So I have to select one of this. So I want 10 pizza. Then you have the size. What size do I want? I can see this is also mandatory. Either I have to select medium or I have to select personal. If you see, if I select medium, automatically these prices will change as per the size of medium. If I select the personal, now this is add veg toppings. So this is non-mandatory. Either I can select and I can pay extra for this, or I don't have to select anything and I can just go ahead and click on add item. Right? This item will be added. So these all are modifiers. The ones which are mandatory to select are called variants. Which are optional are called add-ons. So variant is something like if
It's optional.
add-ons.
Advanced.
Right. So I'll give you an example. Suppose I am selling a biryani, but not okay. Biryani. Let's take an example of biryani, but I have two quantities in biryani. One is half and one is full. Right. So whenever a customer can go to select this biryani, he has to choose whether he wants half or whether he wants full. This is mandatory selection. He has to tell me one thing. But I am providing complimentary dishes with biryani like raita, gulab jamun or anything. I am saying if you want raita with the biryani, pay me 20 rupees extra and you will get the raita. If you want gulab jamun, pay me 50 rupees extra. Or you can just have the simple biryani and you don't have to pay anything extra and you will get the biryani itself. So the raita and gulab jamun is an add-on which are non-mandatory. I can pay extra and get them, or I can leave them if I don't have to. But the sizes with half or full is mandatory. I have to tell the restaurant either I want the half biryani, either I want the full biryani. Right? So suppose let's go with this large raspberry. I can turn off the modifiers as well. Like we have an option in lal berry 250 gram, 500 gram and 1 kg.
It's mandatory.
It's mandatory. Suppose I don't have 1 kg. So I can just turn off the 1 kg. So what will happen when I try to, suppose I have turned off this thin and crispy. So what will happen? This will be grayed out. I will not have any option to select. I can only select the top three of them, right? So in such cases, if you can ask me, okay, if he has 250 grams or 500 grams, he can also provide 1 kg as well, right? But what happens in sweet shops, they have packages, they have boxes, right? To provide 1 kg box is bigger, 250 gram box is bigger, 500 grams is different. They have all. There might be a case that 250 grams boxes are unavailable, so they cannot send 250 grams in 1 kg boxes. That would be a loss for them, right? So they just turn off this 250 grams because they don't have the boxes and they will only sell 500 and 1 kg until they get the boxes for 250 grams. Once they get it, they can turn off this item, right? So there can be n number of reasons he wants to turn off or turn off, right? It depends on the restaurant, but from here he can turn off and turn off any items. If you click on modifiers, you can turn off and turn on any modifiers, or you can just go to the modifier section and you can see the entire modifier section here. So these are the modifiers. You can turn off or turn on modifiers, right?
But you can't do like this. The owner restaurant can make this thing because he knows what items he have and what the promise.
This is for the merchant only. I'm just giving you an overview how merchant uses this dashboard and how he turns off or turn on item. This is supposed to be done by the merchant only, right? We are not supposed to get a call, okay, my Indra cup is turned off, please go ahead and turn off this item. Sir, we don't do that. We'll tell you how to do that and you go ahead and follow these steps. So in future, you would know how to do that and you don't have to bother calling us.
Okay. No, if the merchant insists that please you can turn off, so we can access.
So no, sir, we don't have the access to turn off that. I can tell you the steps how to do that, but you have to do it by yourself.
We tell them the steps and you can do this.
For catalog, some merchant will say, okay, my prices are showing different. It is of 100 rupees, it is showing 50 rupees. This is a loss for me. You will go to the catalog, which is in back end, which is Atlas. You can see the prices. He has updated the wrong price there as well. The prices are updated as 50 only. That's why it's showing 50. Merchant will tell you, okay, update it as 100 and publish the menu. So no, sir, I don't have the rights to make changes in your menu. I'll tell you the steps how to change the prices. You can change and publish the menu, so your prices would be corrected. You don't make any changes on behalf of the merchant, which can impact the revenue of the restaurant. So from here you can turn off any items, or we have filters here. If I wanted to select one particular location only, this is Jumeirah, right? I wanted to turn off this item for Jumeirah only, so I can turn off this item for this particular location, Jumeirah. Same goes for modifier. So from here I can select the locations. From here I can select in stock, out of stock filter. If I wanted to see what all items are out of stock, I can just select out of stock filter, and these are all items which are out of stock, right? If I select in stock, I will see all the information with the in stock item. I can search by the category as well. If I wanted to see the items inside breads category only, I can search this category, or I wanted to see items under breads and chaat category only. So I selected these two categories and applied the filter. Only from those two categories all the items are available. So I can filter out by category, in stock or out of stock, or by the location. Or either I can just, if I wanted to see a status of a particular item, I can search by the name of the item as well in the side row. This is clear? The stock control is clear? Yes. Now what we have another thing called session settings. In session settings, we have different kind of aggregators which this account is integrated, right? So from here you can turn off or turn on the store. So suppose Noon Food is currently online right now. If I want to turn my restaurant off on Noon Food, I can just simply toggle off this, and the restaurant will be shown as closed on Noon Food, but on Chat Food Smile it would be turned on. So if I wanted to turn on or turn on any aggregator, I can just click on online or offline, and the store availability will be preset. I can set the store availability from here inside session settings platform. Then this is location as well. If I wanted to select the location, if I want to turn off Jumeirah, I can select Jumeirah location and I can do whatever I want for each of the platforms. Now we have notification. So every order has a notification sound, right? So I can change the sound or set the sound. If a new order came, right now the speaker is not here in the system, so you will not be able to hear the sound. But every notification has a sound as well. Whenever a order is came, you will hear a sound from the system. So either you can select it on no sound, or you can select the sound of your choice. What sound would you like for a new order? Similarly, for any complaints, you can select the sound. For any cancelled order, you can select the sound. For any stock toggle, item turn on, turn off, you can select. For stock toggle notifications, for future order notifications, so what is the use of this feature? I can set different sound for every stages. So whenever I hear a particular sound, I will get to know, okay, I have received a new order. Or if a cancelled order, a buzzer is ringing, so I have a cancelled order. So this is the use of this.
Might a question, this type of question merchant asked. Right?
What? This merchant can ask, okay, my sound, I am not getting the notification, I am not getting the sound whenever an order comes. So you can come here and select the location and check what sound he has set. So there might be case he has selected no sound. That's why he is not. So you tell him, okay sir, you have selected as no sound, you can select the sound of your choice, and then the sound will come whenever an order comes, right?
So most of the people that will spoke with them, right, is Arab, that's right?
Sorry?
It's Arab.
Yeah, so most
So
of
the setting it will gonna be by Arab. You have this choice over there.
So the merchant will call you. What kind of choice you are saying? Can you repeat that?
As I told you right now, the customer when he speak by Arab. That's right.
So the client you will be dealing with are the restaurants based out of Saudi, UAE, Egypt, or the UAE region.
So when I want to guide him, when I explain him the app, it will be by English, it will be by Arabic.
So it depends. If the merchant calls you and he is speaking in English, so you will also respond in English, right? If the merchant calls you and he is speaking in Arabic, so you will also continue with Arabic only.
Yes.
Merchant can switch between. So suppose he called you, hey Bashir, how are you? Then he starts speaking in Arabic. So whatever language he is speaking, you should also follow the same language. If he is speaking in English, you can speak English. If he is speaking in Arabic, you can speak Arabic. You can also ask the merchant what language you are comfortable in, Arabic or English. I can speak both of the languages, and I can help you in both.
Either in Hindi also. Other than
He's Arab, but it's not like that. Maybe. No, there is no Arab like speaking.
So
India they speak, but
Indian
like,
merchant
When
might
you
be
speak,
the,
na,
you will get to know from, because you will be the guys who will be receiving the call. So once you pick up the call, the merchant will speak itself, right? Whichever language he is speaking, you can respond to him on that language.
Okay.
Right? He may speak in Arabic, he may speak in English. You can follow
You
the
don't
same
have to
language.
say, sir, you are able to in Arabic or.
No, you don't have to say that. You will understand. Na? You will give your opening. Okay, my name is this and this. Thank you for calling. My name is this. Then I am the merchant. I can speak. So, okay, this is the issue. I am speaking in English. You can continue in English. If I am speaking in Arabic, you can go ahead and continue in Arabic. Cool. I think your opening will be in English only. I'll just confirm what kind of opening you will be giving. Mostly it will be in English only. Cool. Then we'll get to the stock control. Session setting is done. One more point is remaining in session setting, which we will not cover right now, but I'll explain you in the furthermore section. This is the printer setting. So we have to connect the printer as well for the merchant. So whenever an order comes, so you have seen, if you have gone to Sargere or any restaurant, you have seen whenever he punches an order, a slip comes from the printer and he provides the slip inside the kitchen. Slip is nothing but a KOT. What is a KOT? I'll show you how a KOT looks like. For this order, suppose I wanted to see the KOT. This is how a KOT looks like, which is given inside the kitchen. So this is all kitchen staff would want to know. What is the items? 2 pieces of chola bhatura, 1 pieces of khandvi, 2 pieces of pav bhaji, right? This is the platform ID, this is the time of the order, and this is when is delivered. So this is sent inside the kitchen, so the chef or the workers will know what they have to prepare, right? Then also one more work of the printer is to print the bill. So if I came into a restaurant or if I placed an order, you will also send the bill of the order along with the order, right? So this is how the bill is printed. So what we have in bill, we have the platform ID, we have the time of delivery, right? We have the contents along with the prices. If you have mentioned in KOT, we only have the item names, no prices, nothing, because the kitchen doesn't want to know what is the price and what is the bill total. They just want to know what item they have to prepare, right? In bill, we have everything. We have the prices, we have the subtotal, then if any taxes are charged, if any charges are charged inside that, and then the total value of the bill. You can see if the bill is paid, it will be as paid. If it's a cash on delivery order, this will be written as unpaid, and the delivery partner has to collect the cash from the customer, right? And these are the customer details on the bill. So this is how a bill looks like. If you wanted to connect a printer, you go into the session settings, you go to the printers, you will have to download one software called QZ Tray. This is for Windows, this is for iOS. You can download it here, and then you can configure the printer. This is a complex setup, not a complex setup, but right now you guys are new, so you will be facing difficulty to understand it for now. So we will cover it in the next section or next section, right? So this is how you connect the printer. From where you connect the printer, you go into the session settings, you go into the printers, and from here you connect the printer, right? Then we have few more options like push to pause, aggregator support, shortcuts, and help, right? What is push to pause? Push to pause is something like if suppose I am a restaurant owner and I'm using a POS, my own in-house POS. I'm not using Urban Piper POS, but I'm using the integration of Urban Piper. So I might have my own POS, or I have a POS from a different company called LS Retail or Sparktech or anything. So we have integration with third-party POS as well. So if I received an order in my system here, I can push this order to their point of sale system as well, which system they are using. So Urban Piper is acting as an agent here between POS, third-party POS, and the aggregator. So because why they need us, because those POS doesn't have the integration with Swiggy, Zomato or the aggregators, but we do have the integration. We can show all the orders in the same page, but they don't. So what we can do, we can integrate their POS system with our Urban Piper system. So whatever order we'll get, we can send the same orders to their POS, and their POS will also see the same order. So
Without commission, no?
Without any commission.
Without any commission.
Without any commission. So you guys don't have to deep dive into this, because we'll cover this part into later, because this is kind of technical and I'll have to explain you this. So then we have aggregator support. So aggregator support is if a customer came and told you that okay, there's an issue with the Noon Foods something which is handled by the aggregator, some kind of issue which is not handled by us or by the end. Suppose he is not, I'm waiting for this order to assign a delivery partner, but the delivery partner is not assigned by the Noon Food yet. We don't control the delivery partner assignment, right? So what we will suggest, okay sir, we don't control these things on our end. This should be you need to contact your aggregator Noon Food only to get an delivery partner assigned or to get an update, right? So he will tell you, okay, how will I get to connect with the Noon Food? I don't have any number. We have the aggregator support section here as well. So if I go to the aggregator section, I'll have the number, merchant support number for Zomato, Deliveroo, Talabat, and you can guide the merchant. Okay sir, what you have to do, you have to go to the session settings, you have to go to the aggregator support, and you'll see the contact number of the delivery partners or the aggregators. You can contact them through this number, right? So this is aggregator support section. Then we have shortcuts. Shortcuts is nothing but how you can control the entire system with your keyboard also. If you don't want to use the mouse, you have this shortcut. Alt is control availability. If I select Alt plus A, this will open, right? So this is shortcuts, and this is a help section. If any merchant wants to help, we have. So I would suggest you guys go through all these sections. What happens when you receive order? So you will visual notification. We have the images and the written as well. So you will also understand a bit better. I'll also share you few training videos with you. So I would request you to please go through it once or twice until you understand it clearly, right? So you'll get to know about the product. Briefly you will get to know about the product. So whenever you come into next sessions, you will have a brief overview. So you will be able to understand it better, right? So we have the training videos here. Yep, we have the training videos here. I'll try to get access for you guys, and you can just go into get started auction and you can see various. We have a lot of videos there. You can
Will you give us a link or will share it with us?
Yeah, I'll give you the access of, you will have a temp access, so you can also log into the business and go to these pages, right? I also have training videos. I'll need to search in my laptop. If I get that, I'll share it.
Yes, please.
So then this page is completed. So let me know if anything you wanted to know about inside the order. This is only one page here which we have discussed, which is online order tracker, right? Online order tracker. So is there any kind of doubt or something in this part which we have?
But we can try to understand in practice now.
Yeah.
No, there is no any doubt, like, because we have a background about it, but about it, if you want to go deeply, we'll go after we just provide us those videos.
Yeah,
and just
so
as a
we are
practical
just here to give
But
you an
as a-
overview.
Yes, but as I have an idea.
You guys got the idea. There's nothing you guys are confused about, right?
It's easy, but we can prepare very well when we set on the system.
Yeah, exactly. You'll get your hands on to the system once soon. और इनका एक्सेस बना है क्या?
इनका जीमेल का तो आ गया
टेम्प अरे इनके साथ ये वीडियो शेयर करनी है, ठीक है? ये वाली है ना, ये वाली, और एक प्राइम की मेरे पास भी है ऑर्डर ट्रैकर की।
एक ग्रुप बना देता हूँ
इनकी लिंक तुम्हें मिल जाएगी मेरे ख्याल से। इसको ओपन करोगे कहाँ से लिंक मिलेगी यार इसकी तुम्हें?
वहाँ पर ये लोग एक्सेस नहीं कर पाएंगे ना वो वीडियो टाइम पे एक्सेस करो,
इसकी लिंक
डाउनलोड करना पड़ा
कहीं ना कहीं तो इसकी लिंक होनी चाहिए भाई।
मेरे पास कॉल आ गया था।
यूट्यूब में ही है, ये यूट्यूब ही है, यूट्यूब पे ही कहीं डली हुई इसका लिंक तो होगा। चलो देखते हैं। इतना वैसे एटलस वैसे भी कवर नहीं कर रहा हूँ मैं, प्राइम की देखता हूँ, वो ट्रेनिंग वीडियोस नहीं मिलती तो बाकी
प्राइम हमारे लिए ज़्यादा मेन है ना।
प्राइम इज द फ्रंट एंड, बट दैट्स द easy part, so we are beginning with that. Once you'll get your hands on Prime, then we'll come to this portal which is backend, from where the entire menu is configured, where the taxes, delivery charges and everything happens. Most of the time you will be using this portal only to debug the issues, right? Prime is something that the outlet guys will be using to manage their order. but you must have an idea what is this software and how they use it. So until you don't know how they are using it, you will not be able to understand their problem and give them the resolution. Once you know the process, what is the process that they are following, so you can help them, guide them as per their process. Right?
After you master it.
Yeah. So this is how a restaurant works. So this is completed. So shall we move on to the next part, or you guys have any doubts, questions, anything?
काफी एक एटलस का मैं वो
इनको ये पायम पूरा ही बता देता हूँ मैं. ऑर्डर हिस्ट्री, डे समरी लॉग्स, ऑर्डर ट्रैकर तो हो गया मेरा. देन आफ्टर ऑर्डर ट्रैकर वी हैव एन another page called order history. So here we can see the entire orders placed for this business, right? You can select the outlet wise you can see the order. I wanted to see orders for which particular outlet. I can select. We have filters. You can search by the platform ID. I told you where you can get the platform ID, or you can search by the status of the order. What orders are in place section right now, in acknowledge, in food ready or dispatch, right? You can search this, and you can also search by the date. Okay, I wanted to see the orders on, suppose I wanted to see for 1st of August, I wanted to see the order, how many orders are placed for this location. I have selected the date and I got the order. Now if I wanted to apply filters, I can apply the filters. And then there is day summary. Day summary is nothing, they are just giving you a sales breakdown, what has happened in this day. So for this day, I can see what is the order revenue, what is the order volume. Right now this is for all locations, so this is giving me a brief of the entire business. If I wanted to see location level, I can just deselect all the location. If I suppose I just wanted to see what is going on in Dubai Mall, so I can just select this location and I can see 12 orders has been placed, 579 dirhams has been earned till now. Average order value is 48 dirhams. Right now there is 0 cancelled order and there is 0 lost revenue. Lost revenue is nothing, just the total of cancelled orders. So if I select all channels, I can see 6 orders are cancelled and lost revenue is 302. It means these 6 orders are worth 302 dirhams. Yes.
Yes, but for this, why this information should I have?
Sorry?
Why should I know this information about the orders and
Why
how long
should
they
you
lose
know
and all this
as a
stuff?
merchant or as a urban piper agent?
As an airport piper agent?
You don't need to know that.
Yeah.
But the merchant need, we have to show.
But if the merchant, okay, how can I see the revenue? What are the cancelled order? What is my status for this particular day? You can see, so you can just go to day summary and you can see
So
the
I've been
sales.
asked this from merchant.
A merchant can ask you anything,
Okay.
है ना? So you should know everything about the product, so you will be able to guide him. What you don't have to do what the business is doing. Bikaner wala, if he's earning, if he's in loss, we don't care, right? But the merchant cares,
That's
who
right.
is running the business.
So when you mean anything.
Anything by anything, yeah. Merchant can ask you anything, so you have to figure it out as well. Does it fall under your area or not? Suppose I told you, some merchant will call you. Okay, my delivery partner is not getting assigned. Please help me. So you have to understand. Okay, this is something that we don't deal of. This is something that is controlled by the aggregator. So we'll inform you. Okay, sir, we don't assign delivery partner. We don't have a control over this. You should contact the Zomato or Chat Food for this
Tell him
issue.
by give him the number of this.
Then if he told you that okay, I don't know how to contact Zomato, I don't have any number, so you can tell him, okay sir, you can go here, you can get the number from here and you can contact him. Right? This is the so merchant can ask you anything, but to answer him you should know the entire entire process, so that you can answer him. Okay sir, this comes under my capacity or this doesn't comes under my capacity, right? If merchant come, I wanted to know how many what is the discount breakdown for my business. So you don't have to tell him, you can say sir, you can just go into the day summary and you can go to the discount breakout there and you can see how much discount the aggregator has given and how much discount you have given. So you should also know, so you will be able to explain the same to the merchant, right? So inside day summary you can see the sales here, what is the sales, then you have channel breakdown, from which channel how much order is placed. So Talabat, I can see 41.19% is placed from Talabat, then Noon Food is at 36%, Kareem have 12% with average order revenue of 580. Then ETZ and Deliveroo. Kareem has the less, 17,000 dirhams has been earned from Kareem for today only. Right. Then you have platform breakdown. This is in pie chart. This is in numbers. This is the net revenue. This is the average order value, and this is the number of orders. Right. Then you have order state distribution. So you can see how many completed orders are there, how many cancelled order pre-acknowledgement. Before acknowledgement, if order is cancelled, how many cancelled orders are post acknowledgement. After acknowledgement, how many orders are cancelled, right? Then you can see this graph here. Then you have discount breakdown, how much discount is provided by the aggregators, how much discount is provided by the merchant. Then you have top sold item. What is the item that is top sold? So paneer right now is the top sold item with 179 units sold and generating a revenue of 5273 around. Right? So this is very summary, and last this is logs. From here you can find the logs for every item. So I showed you how to turn off and turn on any item, right? And here are the log capture points. So suppose this Bedmi Puri has been turned off, right, or turned on. So I can see what is happening. So Bedmi Puri is the item name. For which platform I can see for InstaShop, this item, what is the action? This item has been turned off for this particular InstaShop for this location, right? What is the source from where this has been done? This has been done from the order tracker, right? And who, when it is done, it's done on 3rd of December, 2:30 p.m. By whom? By Algu. This is the user access name. This person has turned off this item at this time. What is the action? Turned off the item. Is it status was it is successfully turned off or not? If it is successfully, it will show as success. It is failed, it is shown as failed, right? Then you have the location name, at which location, at which platform, and what is the item. So you will find the entire logs here, for which also how this will be helpful to you. If any merchant came and say, okay, my Bedmi Puri is turned off, I wanted to know when it was turned off and by whom it was turned off. So you can just come into the section and you will, so for this you will ask, okay sir, for which location you are talking about, Bedmi Puri is turned off, please tell me the location name. He'll tell, okay, Al Kunair Center. Then you'll ask him, okay sir, which platform are you talking about? So he'll say, I'm talking about the Kareem. So you can see Kareem, this is the item which he is talking about, because the item is name is same for all of them, but this is for Kareem, this is for You Engage, this is for Deliveroo, for different aggregator. So you have to ask the aggregator name in this concern, you have to ask the location name in this concern, you have to get the item name in this concern. So every issue has different kind of requirements that you would require from the business. So we don't need order ID, we don't need business
it's different here. You need just
it's different here because it depends on the question, it depends on the issue, what is merchant is raising and what details I need to turn to debug this issue. So consider it yourself, if I wanted to debug this issue, what kind of information I would be needing. Once you figure out it yourself, you will be asking the same to the merchant. Okay, for this I need the location name, for this I need the platform name, for this I need the item name. So you'll ask these three information from the merchant, right? So this all store logs will be shared stored here as well. So this is for the items, for modifiers, and even for the store toggles, all logs will be available here. So if I wanted to see when so I'll explain you the filter and we'll go ahead. So filter, if I wanted to see the actions for only Deliveroo, what happened on Deliveroo, I can select Deliveroo and apply. So only Deliveroo logs are available here, right? Then in filter we have action. What action I am talking about? Am I talking about turned off or I am turned on? So I can select the action. Then status, is it still in processing? That action is still in process. Is it success? It is failure or timeout. So processing means if I have turned off any item, I have sent this call and the call is still in process right now. They have not received this call. Success means I have successfully sent this call and they have successfully received this call. Failure means either I failed. When I sent the call, either the call failed at Urban Piper end or either the call failed at aggregator end, but the call is failed, the action has not done. Timed out means I have successfully initiated the call, but due to the backlog of the system, that call got timed out. Because if I send any call to the aggregator to turn off or turn on any item, it will have a timeline of 5 minutes, 2 minutes. Within 2 minutes, if the call is not sent, it will be come into timed out section, right? Then we have source, from where this has been done. Is it from order tracker, is it from automation, catalog, bulk action? I can select the source as well. Type, is it a location, is it a modifier, is it a catalog item, for which either I wanted to see the logs for the catalog item, for modifier, or for the location toggle itself, right? And the last is requested. I can select the date and time as well, at what for which date I wanted to see this, right? So this is all you need to know. So for timed out, right? You can see this is timed out, you can see this is failure. So this is failure. If I open this, I can see the status is failure, and I can see the store sources order tracker closure reason I have given the platform is not active for this item. This is the closure reason that has been shared when it is requested at 9:28. When response came at 9:28 only, then what is the requested username is this, location name is this, platform is this, what is the action taken on, this item has been turned off, so turned off is the action from where order tracker has been turned on. If I wanted to see the time of logs, I can come into the details and I can see the requested time is at 10:07:60, but there is no response time. So this, as there is no response from their end, so this request got timed out. So it didn't happen.
Basically, how many platform is there?
So it depends. There are a large number of platforms in UAE, but it depends how many platforms you are integrated with. So for this location, for this business, Bikaner Wala, they are integrated with InstaShop, Noon Food, Talabat, Deliveroo, YouEngage, Careem, and Chat Food and Smiles. So these are the 7 or 8 platforms that they are integrated with. It might be less for any business, it might be more for any. Right? Then for the filters, if a merchant came, okay, my store has been turned off. He asked, my store has been turned off, and I wanted to know why it is turned off. Or if it is turned off by us, I wanted to know by whom it is turned off. So what all details you would be needing, you would guess, okay sir, tell me your business name and business ID. You told me your location was turned off. Can you tell me the name of this location? For which location you are talking about? He will, okay sir, can you tell me the name of the platform? Which platform are you talking about? So he will tell you all the details. So when you can just enter those details here. For suppose he is talking about the Talabat platform. He showed this is turned off. I wanted to know why. So I can select the action as turned off. Platform is Talabat. So status must be success because the outlet is turned off successfully. Source I can leave the type. Okay, for type I only wanted to see location, so I'll select the type as location, and I can select the date as well if he is asking for a particular date. If I apply, I can see the logs only for turned off, only for Talabat platform, and for this Al Gunaira center only, right? So I can see if I remove this one, let's say turned on log on as well. So I can see when this item outlet was turned off and when it is turned on and by whom it is turned on. So last was turned off. So last turned off was this, the merchant. You can inform the merchant, okay sir, your outlet was turned off at 23:32. Closure reason was given as electricity issue and it was turned off by this particular user. You can inform the same to the merchant. Understood? Then we have company admin here. So we have user roles in company admin. So inside user roles, you can see what all permissions are there. For admin, by default you will have all the permission. For online supervisors, you have only online orders permissions. You don't have sales analytics, you don't have users, you don't have location because he would not be using this. For online order processor, he only has few options inside order tracker as well. He cannot manage the stock, he cannot turn off or turn on the store, right? So you can see the permissions for here, or you can create a custom role by yourself as well, right? So this is a cashier which is created, so they have created it as per there and they haven't assigned any role yet. So for cashier, if I only want the cashier to see order tracker, I can just select this and I can customize the permissions as per my need, right? I can create a customized role and I can customize the permissions for the supervisor. There's a supervisor. So supervisor only needs the sales data. He doesn't need to check the orders. He doesn't need to interfere with the orders. So he has given only permission for the sales analytics and sales data. He will only be able to see this dashboard on his account. He will not be able to see order tracker, order history logs or anything. But we have access from the admin account, so we have the admin access and we can see everything. So depending on the users, they might have limited restrictions. So if any user come and tells you, okay, I'm not able to turn on the outlet, you can go to his user access and you can see either if he has the permission to do that or not. If he doesn't have the permission to do that, tell him, okay sir, you don't have the permission, please ask your administrator to grant you this permission, and then you will be able to perform this action, right? We have user roles, and this is the user roles. Then we have print templates. We can set print templates, right? How I want my bill to be printed. We can create a print template from here. Then this is integrations. You can leave this because this doesn't work in UAE, but these integrations are for the Paytm machine, PineLab machine. If we want to use, you have seen the device now for the quiet sampling. If you want to integrate that we have that option as well, but you can leave it. Then we have settings. Inside settings, we have business profile. Business profile, you can set the currency. What is the currency? It is AED, rupees, dollars, or something like that. What language you are using? You are using Arabic here. You can set the what is the time zone. You can set the time zone. When your business closure day, you can set the business closure day. It's 12 right now, 12 a.m. Then if you want to upload a company logo, you can apply a company logo. Floor specific, I think this is for the point of sale merchants, so you can leave it, right? Then there's order tracker, so you can have multiple options in order tracker as well. If you want to if you want your comet orders to be shown in orders, you can enable this. This is for the website orders, you can enable this. Display order pickup time, kitna pickup time bata, how much pickup time is left, you can enable this. Future orders, if you want to use the future order workflow, you can enable this. Push to pause, if you want your orders to be pushed to your personal POS, you can enable this. Orders shown, till when the order is shown, I can set a calendar date, or I can set it as last 24 hours. I can see last 24 hours orders on my order tracker page. In the order history, all orders will be shown. Then you have verify items before the status. So if you want to verify the items, at what status you want to verify the item, at food ready or dispatch, you can do that. And auto transition of order, if you want to automatically transition an order to completed, you can set it as well. Then you have e-bill. You don't have to know about the e-bill as well because this is for the point of sale. Then we have internal. This is only for internal people like us. Merchant will not be able to see. If you wanted to see the business ID or business name of any account, you can come into the settings internal and you will get the business ID of the account. This is the business ID for this particular. You can see what modules are enabled. Never make any changes in the modules. These are the modules that are enabled for this particular business, and is it a multi-biz setup or not. So this is the entire front end, which is called Prime.
So from the internal, we can just get all this information without asking the marshal.
You don't have to share any information from the
No,
internal.
it's not sharing. Like I will gather this, I will have this all information. You said you have to ask him for some situation, you have to ask for ID. That's right?
Business ID.
Yes, business ID for complete the rest of the process. So I can get it without even asking. That's right, from the
But
internal.
how will you know? So suppose a customer came and says my business name is Bikaner Wala. So you will have a temp access which will have all the access of all the account. You can log into any account. You either need the name or the business ID to log into it. So see here, if the customer came here and says my business name is Bikaner Wala. So you will type the name Bikaner Wala. Cool. Sorry. Bikaner Wala, right? Now there's n number of Bikaner Wala here. How would you identify which Bikaner Wala is calling? So business ID is always unique.
Yeah,
So if you provide you the business ID, suppose here, if I get the business ID from here, I copy this, and if I paste it here, I can see. I can see only one business here because it's unique for a business. So I know, okay, for Bikaner Wala UAE, from Bikaner Wala UAE, this merchant is calling from. So this is the portal that I need to log in.
Yes.
Right? So this is why business ID is crucial to get it from the merchant. Because from the business name, there might be a chance there's an n number of business with the same name, so you would not be able to identify exactly which business he is calling from. Right? So this is the entire order tracker setup. So you guys let me know if you have any questions, doubt or anything. We'll cover this up or we'll wrap up this session and Amir will take the Atlas session with you guys. Maybe after an hour.
Yeah.
So is this completed? Any guys? You guys have any doubt or something? So we'll provide you the call script as well. What details you need to ask. Business ID is mandatory. So whatever the concern is, you have to know which business he is calling from, right? So business ID is mandatory in every situation.
Customer not agree to tell the business ID.
If customer doesn't know the business ID,
We don't want to tell the business ID.
why doesn't he want to tell the business? He wants his issue to be resolved, right? That's why he called you.
No. Sometimes right now, or sometimes customer can I don't want to tell the business. I don't.
No, he can say I don't know my business ID. If he knows the business ID, obviously he'll tell you the business ID. But if he doesn't know the business ID, then you can take the name and you can confirm few things. Okay, what is the name of your business? If it's a unique name, you can see only one account with this name. You can log into that account. There's no issue, and you can then after logging in it, you can confirm with them. Okay, this is the account. This is the order. You will verify after logging in. Okay, if he is talking about some order and I cannot see that order inside this business, so he might be using a different business and I have logged into a wrong business, right? So mostly every merchant knows his business ID because they are coming to support, right? And they know if I want to get my issue resolved, I have to share the business ID first. The process is already set up, so no one will deny to provide you the business ID, or there would be a rare chance where a merchant doesn't know his business ID. Most of them know their business ID.
From the first time when anyone asks for his, we thinking he's solving the problem, he will ready to do anything.
Yeah, obviously because he needs your help, right? So he will provide all the information that you need to get my issue resolved.
Write the
It's not like so if you suppose you have ordered something from Ajio and you raised a complaint on Ajio, then Ajio customer support will call you and sir, what is your ID? What will no, I don't want to provide it. How will he help you
That time
then?
there is a lot of option. We can ask them number,
It's a road call.
and them email ID and return ID and
but-
different. So I want to know that if customer
No,
accept
you
the
can identify any business with the business ID only because it is unique. You can take the business name if he doesn't know the business ID. After taking the business name, you can confirm few things with his that is unique for every business. If those things matches, then you will get to know, okay, this is the same business, and you will provide, okay sir, for now I am providing you the business ID, this is your business ID, please keep it handy with you, so every time you raise a request you have to share. And you will not be facing this issue because the merchants are much more aware about the process because they usually raise the request to support and they know the process, what information do I need to provide them, so they would be able to debug this issue, right? So this is the entire Prime front-end system which the restaurants are using right now, and this is how it looks, this is how it works, these are the options that are available for the restaurant. This is for the front-end system only. So any doubts, anything you guys wanted to discuss? Anything? You got everything? Cool. So we'll move on to the Atlas part that Amir will take because I would be leaving now. So I'll try to search for those videos. If I have those videos, I'll share those with Amir and he will share it with you. Cool guys, and thank you for your time.
Thank you. Nice.